You're just in time. Saved you a seat for the Pillars of Man, your number one podcast for the best conversations you could find aimed at male self improvement. And if you are self improving, you have to keep going. You really do. If you are not self improving, then at the very same time, I seek to offer you the best pathway you could possibly take in 2025 as a man, any man. This is casting a pretty wide net. I admit that. Okay, so obviously, I mean, it is very obvious to me, but for sure, single men who are struggling, men who are having a hard time and a bad time at the same time. Life is just not that great right now. That, oh, self improvement is, in a way, specifically geared towards these men. But even if you're taken, and if you are, you're blessed, bro, take care of her. But you have that special somebody, or it's been a while, and the kids are getting a lot older now. It doesn't matter. Self improvement is it is the self imposed act of betterment. I love saying this because when you get better, bro, everything else does. Because you're only going to be able to experience everything else as you. Through through here, through here, through all of you. And you want you to be as healthy as possible, as vibrant, lively, filled with zeal, very enthusiastic, very excited, very passionate, and all sorts of other characteristics and personality traits that would make sense for a man who is enjoying life. It's a pretty, I mean, it's interesting, but it's also weird. And for too many, I would say, it's a very disheartening time to be a man. And I'll just stick to home. So for me, that's the US. So here in the States, it's definitely tough. It's always been tough. It's kind of it's part. Um, Maybe it's even most of the name of the game to be a man. So that has never really changed. But yeah, it's definitely an ever evolving, constantly progressing as the world continues to turn, and things keep happening that creates all of these effects. And you and I, for as long as we're going to be alive, man, we are doing our best to deal with these effects. And so, some of the more recent ones of the 21st century that are yielding these, it is, it's a bit difficult. At the same time, it's fascinating. Just the modernistic effects on the male experience. And so, for a lot, for so many guys, it's turning into, I don't want it. I'm good. I'm all set. I don't really want to deal with the experience of my own life as a man. And it's, see, self-improvement in this way, it is really difficult. It's super hard and challenging because it very intentionally, purposefully will propel you in the exact direction of whatever you struggle with the most. That's what it really comes down to. Now, I believe it's very possible I mean, hey, even if you're a guy that's looking for self improvement content on the internet, you somehow stumbled upon my podcast and you've never done any kind of self improvement before, you probably have. You just didn't, really, maybe you weren't aware or you didn't intentionally think about it like this or call it this. Or if you're like me, oh, you've been doing it. And that's awesome. But either way, for the uninitiated or all my veteran kings in their own self improvement journey, something quite remarkable, in my opinion, is that eventually, and I like to say it happens sooner than later. I don't want you to think of this as, oh, yeah, it's going to take years. It's going to take decades. I need to just meditate for, a millennia until it dawns on me. It's really not like that. It happens pretty quickly. Okay, if I were to get super approximate, maybe about a year or two, so 24 months or less, you really experience a kind of an enlightenment. And I call it an enlightenment because it quite drastically shifts the way that you look at what life can be. It changes how you see possibility and potential for not even what could happen, but how about mainly for how to live. I mean, self-improvement, um I mean, one of the most interesting aspects to me is that it goes like this. A lot of people think self improvement goes like this or like that. It does. But you can't go like this or like this without it going this way as well. Inwards within you, to understand yourself more, to explore yourself, ask questions you've never really asked before. Be willing to uncover what's been buried for too long so deeply. All of that heavily entrenched, you know, experiences of life. I mean, some of these experiences are so ingrained. Subconsciously, I do, like, psychologically speaking, if that's the correct terminology, I absolutely believe the subconscious will it will stare for you even when you think it's your hands on the steering wheel. It will direct you in ways you maybe wouldn't want it to if you did have full control. I mean, that's not how the subconscious works. But to reshape and remold your inner self, the psyche, how motivated you feel, your outlook on life. I mean, these are very, I want to say, intrinsic, because it has to come from you. It has to come from within. That is that is the beginning of you seeing it everywhere else. Okay, so self-improvement will help you understand what is it that you really need to do every single day, and how is it that you must, non-negotiable, you have to do this, mandatory, how you how you must live in order to be at peace, unbothered, in order to be joyful, bro. I I mean, I get it. I would say, I mean, to me, this is tragic, but it's because I love this stuff, So that's why I say that. Not to be a, Debbie Downer or something like that. Not to be negative, but to me, tragically, the majority of the men of today, so this is 18 and up, okay, American males, alive, kicking it, okay, doing all sorts of whatever dudes do as we speak. Most do not. self-improve. Hey, that's, I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? That's not your call, not my call. It's kind of, right. All right, man. You are responsible for living your own life the way you want to. But to want to live in a way that continues to make you miserable, that's that's just not, this is very personal speculation, but that can't be the truth. Guys are, they don't dare allow themselves to be honest in this way, because if they do, then it all comes, I think in that moment you get really honest. I mean, for you, big guy, when you're alone, you don't have anything to prove to anybody. No one will know. No one can hear. No one is present. Just you and yourself. And you let go momentarily and you just really think, what's going on? Like, what is happening right now? Is this, am I good with this? You have to answer that really honestly. When I did this, it was tear jerking. I was so emotional because, you are being confronted with the deepest truths of your life up until that moment. Right? It's not even just, like what's going on right now. It's after everything that's happened so far. And that's a whole lot of stuff. The older you are, the more stuff. But I mean, hey, honestly, at any age, I mean, with life, when you're talking about human beings, so really, you could easily argue so much has happened even before you hit double digits. When you're still in single digits, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so much already, so much begins to happen. And I'm starting this example at 18 plus, the end of puberty. This boy is done growing, a man now, and you realize in that moment you are faced with some seriously uncomfortable truths. I'm saying for guys who, they don't want to have anything to do with self-improvement. Stay away from me. I just want to do what I want to do. And technically, logically, that should work wonderfully. That should work really well. You're not harming yourself. Uh, I guess that's debatable. But I guess, how about more importantly, you're not harming anyone else. Okay. Then it should be fine. But it's really not fine. That's why I kind of kick things off with, oh, it's tough nowadays, bro. I mean, just to really make it to this enlightenment of peace and joy that I'm talking about. So peace is just, you're not, it's not heavy. You are not bogged down by all of this negativity, malevolence. You know what I'm saying? Opinions. Whew. So with the powers of the internet, okay, X and instant messaging, and I mean, they don't call it that anymore, but that's what it is. Opinions from people, okay, all of us, have never been more rampant and widespread. None of that. None. Well, I mean, it's not possible to. It's not possible to not be surrounded by all of that every single day of our lives. Look, bro, unless you live in off grid, Are you gonna go hike? I said hiking. You're gonna go live on a hiking trail. Okay, like seriously, this is some. Have you seen the movie Fight Club? You'd have to do that. You'd have to find some rundown abandoned warehouse and live there. I'm good, bro. I'm okay. I'm just saying. I'm all set with that. Power to you. It's either that or Call of the Wild. Become a, a son of the forest. Okay? Like literally, Bear Grylls, Man vs. Wild. You know what I mean? Your best impression of a wood elf. I actually don't know any living like that. I've seen them on YouTube and whatnot, and it's quite interesting to what I mean. They're content creators, you know. That's like, oh, I chose to live like this, and I'm gonna film myself, and you can see what it's like. And I saw, and I was like, I'm never living like that. Oh my god! And so I believe that's most of us, and we want to, So with our devices and our internet and being so connected and staying in society to try to be successful in society, peace is you are right smack dab in the middle of all of it. You are standing in the eye of the storm. Chaos, bro, swirling around you. And to still have your peace and on top of that, be happy that you're there. Joy, the joy of it's not that I need anyone or anything. It's I know what I'm pursuing in terms of someone or something, but it's not my smile is their absence or presence is irrelevant. That kind of joy. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I am genuinely not like like some psycho clown or something, like the Joker. No, no, just a genuine, I'm smiling. And because I want to be here, because I get to be here. It's both. I want to and I get to. And I'm chill. And all this crazy stuff is happening to me and all around me because that's what self improvement is. For real. For come on. Come on. Hey, we keep it real here at the Pillars of Men. It's like 5 a.m. I don't do 5 a.m. by the way. I'm not in the 5 a.m. club. I'm in like the all right. Oh Lord. On a good day, it's like 6:30. Okay. That's a really good day. I'm really the 7 a.m. club. Sometimes 8 a.m. God dang it. You're witnessing a work in progress. And you gotta be kind of crazy, dude. To be in the 5 a.m. club, what are you doing waking up at 5? But I don't knock it. I just find it very admirable. Beyond me. And then you hit that facial ice bath. I'm messing around. But then you hit that workout and you make that nutritious breakfast with like real food and with the eggs and the steaks. Steak is quite that's a bit lavish at 6 7 a.m. in the morning. But I mean, hey, I'm I'm all for it. I'm just a big fan of steak and eggs. I'm a big fan of all of it. Like food. But when I am not, being a super chubby, chunky boy, and then right into the deep work, for the rest of the morning, super laser focused. Being that's my audible impression of being really focused in the morning. And then lunch, and then whatever else that's going to help you be as successful as possible. And then probably, unwinding in the evening. And that's like, there's all sorts of self-improvement tools that a man would want to foster as healthy habits. And I mean, there's journaling, there's meditating, stretching, you know reading, clean consumption. I say clean consumption is, you want to try to as much as possible, of course, reduce the amount of like just junk, just, it's junk. I mean, we're junk food, and I love junk food to the point where I really can't really do it anymore because I killed it, because I abused it when I was younger, and I thought, oh hey, it's fine, I can just eat this stuff forever. I gotta learn the hard way, right? I do, for most things, for everything. And for virtual, uh, the online internet, visual, uh, uh, audio consumption, yeah, there's tons of junk. There's tons of, right? There's tons of nonsensical, like whatever. Anybody who wants to say something can say something, and if you want to, you can listen to them. Yeah, you're doing that right now. But I hope, I try to help, not hurt. And you can listen to and watch a whole bunch of stuff that hurts. Might not. See how it gets so tricky, because in the moment it's probably doing the opposite. Oh, I know, you know what I mean. Whole ton of corn, not the kind on the cob. And it's like, oh my God, brother. Men of culture, we unite. If you know, you know. Men of culture, we unite. Can't complain. That no man. Okay, throughout humanity, the, all of humanity's timeline is going to complain about that one. No, that's when we all kind of just like, right, fist bump, and it's just like, dang, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. But it's not so awesome when you just, you just staring at it, watching it all the time, and do nothing else. See? And it's like, oh, but it looks so good and it feels so good. Oh Lord, I'm on the tube. I can't keep going. I can't keep going with this one, bro. You're gonna have to help me out. You fill in the blanks, because I'm on YouTube. That's some Patreon content right there. And it looks so good and it feels so good. And yet you stay there and you just do that. You ruin your life. Isn't that so crazy? See, this is what I mean by the enlightenment, so to speak. It's so crazy, because self-improvement, when you look at what's happening, like if you watch yourself do it or you watch somebody else do it, then this is what I mean. Like, see, I just, the example I just painted, starting with 5 a.m. That's what I mean. Like, oh my God, every single day, this early, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. How long? Indefinitely. As far as you and I are concerned, indefinitely. So let me pause for a second. Doesn't that seem like insanity? What do you mean? Just work hard? Like crazy? Forever? And then you keep going. It's so, I mean, you're gonna have to work with me. I'm getting lost in my own head, and that happens to me sometimes. Self-improvement seems to be so difficult because you're doing all the hardest things that life is making you do because of what you want. And so if you keep doing it, the enlightenment is that what is difficult, what is a struggle for you, what is what is so challenging, what feels so uh, frustrating and uncomfortable, that can be enjoyed. And it's so much more difficult to realize this sense of enjoyment in today's world because it's never been easier to enjoy the exact polar opposite of hard work and work ethic and self improvement and discipline and becoming successful and staying motivated. How about staying consistent? You know, how about just staying in motion? And that's where this is beautiful, beautiful treasure to behold for any man that can only be revealed when you try for long enough. And this is, and this goes back to what I meant by it's not that deep though. Say this is not the movies. This is not, you know, okay, the training are no, I shouldn't say movies. Anime. This isn't anime. I love thinking I'm in an anime though, because that's just me. Because I'm a huge anime. I'm a huge anime bro. Uh, uh, oh, right? What do they call it? Fellow otaku? Is it otaku? I can't remember. Okay, that's fine. I love it, and it's not like a training arc. And you just go away for who knows how long, and then come back like completely transformed. That is what happens. That actually is what happens. But it's way more realistic. Um, Serious dedication, week in and week out. Oh, absolutely less than 2 years. You know what? Let me like really try to get accurate here. I would say way less than a year. I would say it's months, but that's, months is a little trickier because it really depends on the individual man. So I want to try to, like stick to the average. And I want to say the average is half a year to a year. Half a year to a year, you start to see it, you start to feel it because you've been living it for long enough. You know, in the in the very excuse me, in the very beginning, and the workout was awful. You never really done it before. You know what's going on. Do I really need a headband and and whatnot? And you stick with it. You have like you just keep going, and that's the ultimate test. One of my mentors told me everybody sprints out the gate. Everyone, and, right? The gun fires, and everyone is just like, "I'm doing this." Pew! But you can't you can't do it like that. Life doesn't work like that. We're not robots. We're, uh, maybe soon, maybe soon, but right now we're not yet robots. And you realize it's not sustainable. And so, what becomes sustainable? Finding your pace. I I'm not just talking about speed and progression. Finding your pace is also kind of like finding your rhythm. I'm not a 5 a.m. guy. Are you a 5 a.m. guy? What are you? You a 1 p.m. guy? So you're a 1 p.m. Not that you are, but like I'll begin the example like this. If you're a 1 p.m. guy, you're starting your day a lot later. But I mean, if you're sleeping what is normal sleep? Uh, 6 to 8 hours. You're sleeping 6 to 8 every night or day, right? Depending on how you sleep. But you're getting 6 to 8. You're still working with about 16 waking hours. So what? You know? I mean, if you were to take it from me, I would totally recommend a morning circadian rhythm. But last I checked, a morning circadian rhythm is not the the end all be all conditional factor to becoming as successful as possible with the tool, with the lifestyle of self improvement. See, your rhythm is uh, like this is how I function best. This is me. Like this is it for me. I'm a late afternoon waker and I'm a nighttime worker. I actually used to be like that. Like even for in terms of employment, even for my job, nowadays it's flipped. Nowadays it's completely flipped. And I still struggle, but I cannot deny the effects. And the effects are I really am doing so much better when I do stuff in the hours of the light and I sleep in the hours of the dark. You'll never be able to find that kind of like very customized. It's very personally tailored, self-curated lifestyle if you don't try. And that doesn't work. Trying is not enough. You have to keep trying over and over and over. And this I promise you, it will refine itself over time. This is why it's such an incredible, simply spectacular treasure to behold, and it's hidden behind all the hard work. I still kind of hate it. I know hate's a really strong word. I shouldn't be using that word, but I want to be as honest as possible for this next point because that's how it feels. I'm going to tell you, man, straight up for me, how it feels. And I try to do it every day. I take Sundays off. Other than that, I really try every day. 6 a week, 6 a week, 6 a week. It just, right? And I hate it. But I know it's not that I don't actually, well, I mean, clearly, let me, I really want to try to, I really want to try to unpack this. I don't hate it because not only do I want to keep living it, I am continuing to live it. It's both. It's both. And it's awesome. But the hatred, this is such a I can't think of anything else. We'll run with hatred. Hatred is close enough. but but definitely with a grain of salt though, because it's just such a strong word. I don't want to say strongly dislike. Okay, so the hatred is because I'm a man filled with, like you, like really all human beings, wants, desires. I have goals, I have objectives and whatnot. And you want what you want now, right? What is the cake? And I'm gonna eat it, all of it right now as well. It's really that. And I can't. And so that's where the hatred comes from. I know, ridiculous, but I'm proud to say I don't really focus on that though. I do not focus too much on that. I focus more on living it and doing it. And living it and doing it has brought me to a place where, wow, you get you get to this really. I gotta stop saying beautiful, but it is so beautiful. It's really special. Okay, it's this really special place in life that only self improvement can unlock because you can't meet it. You can't get there without struggling. See, I wish men could find this doing whatever they want. You know what I mean, man. I wish men could fight. Like you want to, like, oh, I just want to play this game, not go anywhere for as long as I want to. That's what I mean. I want to just Not literally, not like, I just want to sit here and just watch something, like let the show play, let the movie play, let the seasons play. Let it, like, I dig it. I really like watching this stuff. It's not possible because you can't, that cannot challenge us as men. There's no friction there. So it's crazy in this way because it's kind of like born in the friction. You just you just you just you find you find so much in yourself that you never knew you had. I said I would get in shape because I want to get in shape. I really do want that. I want to see what my best physique looks like. What do my genetics look like? Maxed out. Maxed out. That takes years and years and years and years. So how do you get there? You know? Yeah, sure. You could at the very beginning just be like, okay, this is gonna be like 8 years. Got it. Let's go. 8 years. I mean, yeah, that dude, that's not me. Is that you? That dude is way ahead of the curve. Okay, that's I don't even know what that is. That is a robust way to look at life. I am not capable. I am capable of I'm just going to try to do this workout. I don't want to think about the next workout. I don't want to think about tomorrow. I don't want to think about I know what I want and I'm headed there, but I don't want to constantly be bogged down by the finish line, right? The applause, the 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 results, the rewards. I mean, I just want it to be right here. This next one, this workout. I went today. It was great. I went today and I found out I have to stop. Not an injury or permanently or anything like that. I just need to take a break. My my body was like, "What are you? How long has it been? It's been like 2 months, 3 months, dude." So I'm on break. So I'm gonna be taking a break. It's called what is the gym bro terminology? It's called a deload. So I'm taking a deload. I do a week, so I'll be taking a week. And I went because I went. It was a good session too. I was just like, wait a minute. I'm not I'm not this weak. What's going on here? So yeah, that's how my body tells me, please take a break from the gym. And I'm looking forward to it because it's actually been I can't remember. Wow, I can't remember the last time. I probably could if I really think hard. I'm not going to do that because I just want to talk to you. But it's definitely been a while, and so I'm excited to chill. Um, it's just the next workout, man. And you see, I'm not talking about the gym anymore. Like when you know what you got to do because you know what you want. These like I love how these two things coincide so very neatly. It's very clean. I want this, so I have to do that. And I do. I have this desire to see the best of myself, physically speaking. And I never used to. I never used to. It it kind of for me it was kind of a byproduct of being taught I'm actually worth something. I have value. No, not because I say I do, not because other people agree I have value. No, none of that. It's that we all have value to bring to the world. It's just up to us to find it. Will you take the time to find it so you can bring it out? I never thought I had it, and I never thought to try to bring it out. And so physically speaking, in terms of physical health, the gym really, really took off, when I understood, oh, wow, life can be lived for me. It absolutely can, not in a selfish way. It's actually very selfless because I'm a man that believes you can't help anyone or anything, any kind of cause, until you help yourself. Because to help is to give yourself, and that's when you're able to give the very best of you. The very best of you is the man that's ascending, growing, progressing, getting better, trying, attempting, improving. That's the man you become. That's the man you have to be to go and really find that that life, that lifestyle, that way of life. Wow, 6 days a week, right? This is really hard. This is so tough, but I'm not sure I want it any other way anymore. It's not it's not delusional. You don't have to gaslight yourself. It's not, oh, over time I'm just going to reinforce this train of thought or cognitive process until I brainwash myself or something like that. No, I, you okay. I mean, I don't even really know how that stuff works. I'm not very well versed in psychology, so I'm just taught. Okay, I'm reaching for this point. Um, but I would like to say it wouldn't surprise me that you could do that to yourself. Brainwash, condition, whatever you want to call it. But I also believe, maybe this is just me. This is just really a personal opinion, but you know, you know the difference, and I definitely know for myself. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to act. You know what I mean, man? I don't gotta try to fool people. No, I want to be here. I don't want to be dead. I want to be here. Want to want to do it. You know, want to try. Want to give it a shot. Want to see where it goes. You know, I believe these kinds of feelings, they fuel men, and it comes from you. It's not that the wife is not in, um, astoundingly motivating. It's not that children will always be worth it. Ideals, virtue, morality, okay? Above all, God. But if you don't, if you cannot show up for yourself, then it's very difficult to see any of these things as very difficult to see any of it in a way that matters to you. I try to I try to include everything. I try to include the mentality, my emotions, the physicality, and of course the spirituality as well. You bring God into the equation and it expands the concept infinitely. And what I'm trying to say is I realized that, doing it for long enough, after a certain point, self-improvement is it's just you stepping into the one way you were always meant to live. You know, you know that you were meant to live like this when you're happy that you get to. And that's it. That's it. I would say the best way to find that is with God. I would say that. It's how I found mine. But the point is that there can't there is no answer to be found of how am I really supposed to be doing this without the difficulties of the struggle, the burden, the suffering, the pain, and the intense, concentrated effort and hard work. All of that, and much more is self-improvement. A a a core essence, I guess I'm trying to get at. That's why, man. That's what you're doing right now if you are. And if you're not, that's what's waiting for you if you'd like to try. And you, I keep saying enlightenment as if, oh, any man will, like, like the way I talked about, the way I dove into it tonight. The epiphany occurs for any guy that will do this. Maybe not. It's very personalized. It's very individualistic. So unique to the man experiencing it. And it might be very different for you, but I still believe, however different, it will still happen in a way where you'll be you'll be brought up to a better life, to the best quality of life, where you just, after doing it long enough, and that's why I said, yeah, give it 6 months, give it half a year to a year, and you've done, like, you track it, I mean, I don't even really track it, but it's like I remember. So you see, wow, I did all that. I really tried. I'm growing. I'm progressing. Maybe I really should just continue to do this, continue to just stay on this. And when that happens, and that's kind of when you really, it settles. It settles. Your vision clears. Wow. Good Lord. That's brought me to an that's brought me to this very honest truth I can give you. If I had known, it would have always been self-improvement, which is actually, but this is for me though. This is literally like, I'm not, this is not about self, like this one right here. I think I'll end on this, but this isn't about self-improvement or any other man. This is just me. What that actually means, it always should have been with God. It always should have been with God. Because that's what led me to, oh Lord, if I had known, it would have been self-improvement from the start. Who knows what my life could have been like today. But that's needless suffering. That's pain that's pain that I don't need to hold. Because it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me because I can't do anything about it. You and me, brother. All we can do is, what will you do today? That's enough. That's more than enough. That is in and of itself quite the challenge. You'll find plenty there. And you go You go one at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time, and you go, everything will change. That's a guarantee. That's why. That's why self-improvement is the bee's knees, and I really welcome you to it. And if you're looking for a place, a source of information to really to do it in the best way possible, well, by all means, brother, check me out. You're watching the Pillars of Man, your number one podcast for the best conversations you could find, aimed at male self improvement surrounding philosophy, masculinity, wellness, lifestyle. I'm your host, Kumo. I continue to reshape the modern male reality, giving any man who wishes to pull the very best out of himself a way to do that. Thank you so much for watching, bro. You like content like this? Hit that subscribe button for me. Hit it, press it. Give me a like as well. I hope to catch you for the next one real soon. But until then, take it easy, take good care of yourself, and I love you so much. Peace.